A long time ago, there was a poor boy who worked simple jobs to afford his daily food and go to school. Some days he suffered from hunger, but he never complained. One day, after returning from school, he felt so hungry that he could barely walk. He had no money to buy food, so he decided to ask for a glass of water from one of the houses in the neighborhood. He hesitantly knocked on the first door, and to his surprise, a young girl with a warm smile opened it. He hesitated for a moment before saying, "I'm very thirsty. Could you give me a glass of water?" The girl looked at him kindly, then went inside. When she returned, she wasn't just carrying a glass of water. She had brought him a glass of milk and a small plate with some bread. The boy looked at her in astonishment and said, "But I only asked for water." She smiled and replied, "My mother taught me never to expect anything in return for kindness." He thanked her sincerely, ate the food with happiness, and went on his way. However, her kindness remained etched in his memory. Years passed, and that poor boy grew up to become a skilled neurosurgeon named Dr. Kevin. One day, he was called to perform a complicated surgery on a seriously ill woman who was transferred to the hospital's VIP wing. He carried out the operation with great dedication, and after long hours of effort, the surgery was successful. When the woman woke up, she felt deep gratitude toward the doctor who had saved her life. She asked her family to call him so she could thank him personally. When the doctor entered the room, she stared at him in astonishment and said, You're that little boy." Dr. Kevin smiled gently and said, "And you are the kind girl who once gave me a glass of milk when I was hungry." Her eyes filled with tears as she said, "I never imagined that a small act of kindness would return to me in this way." The doctor smiled and said, "That day changed my life, and today I am happy that I was able to repay your kindness." Then he looked at her and added, "Don't worry about the medical expenses. You paid for them years ago with a glass of milk.